I'm going to take a look at some pyramid math price and time projections in this video. I'm going to apply this to the intraday chart and to show how I use this on the intraday, but this works in any time frame. And this is all vector based off of pyramid math. So these are the points that I was using for the intraday trading yesterday in price and time. Studying Gann, Bayer, or any of these guys, we're using astrology and math. You have to really master the math to understand how everything ties together. Starting with trig is a good base. The Gann emblem was not only for using in the zodiac for aspecting and that sort of thing. He was also showing you the circle, square, and the triangle, and all of those geometric symbols apply to the market along with the pyramid, so you can add the pyramid into that mix. In order of importance to me is probably the circle, the pyramid, the triangle, and then the square. The principles of squaring the circle are important. So that's probably the most important use of the square comes with that. George Bayer showed that in the George Woolston Grain Trader book. That's a very important chapter in that book. I recommend you study some of the books on the pyramid design, structure, dimensions, and all the other properties associated with the pyramid. So I'm going to show the use of proprietary price and time tools, which are based on the pyramid dimensions. So I'm going to start off with price from yesterday and then go from there. So the first chart is the morning was developing here. I took this vector from the overnight high to this low, which came in about 5:30 or so, and that was a good setup for the down price structure. We got the sharp sell-off here. When the market is in high volatility mode and we're getting a sharp sell-off, we can rip through a couple of levels, and then the later screenshots as the day develops are going to show a little calmer market where all these levels are going to be effective. But we blew through two levels and then made low right at our last projection, which is the green level, which is a very important point that will generally reverse the market. So you can see we did a reverse off of that point on our early morning screenshot there. That was the morning low, and that came in that window alignment. You can see where we had the white over the white, and then the green over the green right here is right where that bottom came, right as we hit price. So now looking at those lines that were breached, what do they do on the climb back? Well, I'm initially just looking for those to be support on the rundown. I'm not really looking at the same picture for the bounce back. I'm going to show what I'm going to do there, how I operate with that. But you can see these areas become consolidation areas at both levels. Okay, so it's important to keep that in mind. Now we're going to show a better projection that's going to give us a little bit of a better look at these. Now I'm projecting from the point of the low, the first swing up. So that's giving me these zones here. So it's giving me three key areas. You can see we got the blue and red cluster would be our first target point. The second target point would be the orange line there. You can see how effective that was. Both of these levels pushed the market back down. Target 2 did that multiple times. And then we broke up out of that consolidation then, and we were going to approach target 3, but we hit a key timing point. We had the white over green, white, green, green here. You can read the note I have. The timing alignment is the white B1 overlap, and we also tied that to the PH 1 and 2 afternoon trigger right here, which was the end of that window, which was the high of the afternoon, and the market did sell back off from there. So that first vector gave us the level of these highs, and then we were, if the timing window hadn't have been there, we would have hit the T3 area there. And I'm going to show one more price example. I'm showing these individually so I don't get too much clutter, because I want you to see how well this tool works. But now I'm going to do another price projection off of this next vector up. Here's the next vector up. You can see we got excellent target 1 hit right here. Target 2, what happened? We broke, and when we break one of these levels, they become support for the bounce back. So what happened? We got the bounce on the retracement, and then went right to T3 there at the end of the window, and then we were down from there. So those are examples of the pyramid math and how I use that to project, and the points I choose to project from. That's very important as well. I'm going to do a few examples on the pyramid time. I'm going to use the first vector that I did for the price example to start this off. I left the price targets on from the last example, but now I'm doing a time measurement, and these vertical lines are the time projections from that tool. So we had a minor low at the first hit there. The second one timed the bottom, so we had price and time at the low based on the pyramid. Plus we also had the alignment on the Vedic timing tool, which I pointed out before. The green line was a high, the red line was a low, and then the last projection further out was at the end of the session, which marked a minor low as the market started to trade back up before the close. Now I'm moving to the first vector off of the low, which I used for the first price projection. So I'm going to show the timing from here. Now this is the time projection. The yellow and the blue timed the end of the retracement and the double bottom there. The red line timed the first high. The orange line timed this high here at that target price. The next one, this purple line wasn't very effective. It stopped the advance though, and the advance ended up consolidating in that area. So it stopped the momentum but didn't reverse the market. The green line was at 1 bar off of that high there, and that was the last time projection in that example. Now I'm going to show something a little different on the last chart, or the next chart rather. I'm projecting from this low to this low. So instead of using the low to high vector like I did on the price and the prior time examples, I'm going to show the low to low example to show that low to low or high to high can be effective too. So we timed this high right here at price. We timed this high, and the last one was at the low at price right there. So that's a look at how the pyramid time and price works. There's also another tool based off of this. This is the pyramid vector tool, and I'm using the same swing that I used to start, and showing the pyramid based vectors. Since the move was down, I'm striking a horizontal line at the bottom of each circle for price levels, and at the end of each circle for time points. So you can see those were pretty effective and very similar to the other vector-based time and price projections. This gives a little bit of a different look. The arcs also are support and resistance. You can see the price moving through the arcs. We've got the time and price confluence right here at the low also, so the one tool showed us both, but we saw that with the other price and time tools gave us that same point. So this is all based off the pyramid dimensions, very important. And then when you make up tools like this, it makes your application very easy. So these tools are based off the pyramid, the triangle, the vector tools for each one give you the circular math and incorporate that as well. And then you incorporate your other stuff, your astro timing. Like for intraday, I use the Vedic. The Vedic and the pH is very reliable. I will also double check the Astro Excel and the Cosmo and look for additional confirmation for the key points. But these tools work in every time frame and in any market.